All right, chat. So it looks like we got a lot of first day of school interviews today. We already did Jimmy. We got him up out the way. Embiid, I don't know what this is. Smith has an afro with a beanie on. That looks kind of crazy. I almost said something wild, but I'm gonna leave it alone. We got Dame take first day of school pictures with the new team. Then we're gonna go to
Technology.
Denver and
With
then
that,
Giannis.
I would love for Damian Lillard to step up here and introduce him to the Milwaukee Bucks organization.
Alrighty. He's all happy he got him a fresh cut. Look at Dame. At least he's somewhere where he's wanted. Oh, welcome to the new school, Dame. Mr. Dame Dollar. See what you gotta say.
First of all, I want to thank Wes, thank John, Milt, Griff. I appreciate you guys making this happen. Obviously, I've spent my entire career in Portland, 11 years, long time. So
He spent a lot of VC on these tattoos. They look fresh, but he spent a lot of VC on
I'm
them.
extremely thankful for that organization,
Is this what y'all my players be looking like?
that city, the fans, for giving me
This
the
extra long scripture, whatever this is on his arm?
experience that I had. And, I don't think it's a secret how much I want to win. And that's how we got here today. And I think they want to win equally as bad as I do. And, I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more thankful for this opportunity to be a part of this organization, to play alongside the best player in the league. It's going to be fun. And the hospitality that they showed, my family, we touched down to a parade. My first time getting traded. So
Seen that.
you don't know what to expect, So to walk in to something like that was special. It was a great welcoming, and it's something that I really appreciated, and it only made me more excited to be here and more excited to get to work. So, I'm thankful.
Yeah, about 5,000 attended. You got a good taste of hospitality here in Milwaukee in the state of Wisconsin. Let's go with Eric with the first question.
Oh, okay, let's see.
Hey, Damian. Eric Name, The Athletic. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Milwaukee. I'm curious, just how have you processed the last 5 days? Like, just the idea of, you mentioned getting traded for the first time, now being in this situation. Just, can you take us through the emotions of all of that?
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience. I was just kind of sitting there in my man cave. I didn't really know what was going to happen. I started to think like, man, it might get to training camp and I might just be sitting and waiting. And then I got that call from my agent. It was like, man, you getting traded to Milwaukee. And I had heard
And what's crazy is he almost backed out of the trade. But then at that point, it was just like, "Nah, you can't come back. You want to leave that bad, you can't come back." Well, he's like, I don't want to be here anyway. I didn't want to be here, but I mean, it is what it is if you don't trade me. You have to trade me during the deadline, but
so many different
got
things
him
that I
going.
was like,
Got him going.
am I really getting traded? And he was like, yeah, they traded you. And I could tell in the seriousness in his voice that it was real. And he was like, I'll let you sit with it for a while. I'll call you back. I'm gonna settle some things, and then we'll talk about it. And after we got off the phone, I sat there and I was like, I'm really moving on. And it became reality for me. And I kind of just started to think like my entire family is here. How am I gonna pack everything up? I started to panic a little bit. Like it's, first time. And then I wanted to, let my family know.
They say it's the first time for
So I
everything.
started walking around the house and like nobody was there. Everybody was out doing something. I'm calling people, nobody picking up the phone. I was like, man, any other time I'll be able to reach whoever I need to. So I had to sit with it by myself for a while. So when that happened, I just kind of went back to the man cave and I sat there. And then that was when the calls started coming in. My friends, family members, like, is it real? Is it true? And then I started to think about the team. So it was like, who did I get traded for? How like who's going to be there? And then I looked it up and I saw what kind of team I was coming to be a part of, and then that was when the excitement kicked in. Just recognizing the opportunity that it is, and just knowing how much I want to win, and going into every season being optimistic and thinking that we got a chance to get it done, and then coming into this situation and knowing that you got an opportunity to do it, the excitement definitely kicked in when I sat with it for a little bit.
Jim?
Jim Lazarski, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. Welcome, Dave. When and why did Milwaukee, I guess, pop up for you as a potential place to go? Like, when did you maybe think about that, and why did that become a place that you were like, okay, I'd be comfortable going there?
It was, I would say, maybe 2 weeks ago. It was just all this talk and all of these things, and there was a lot of things said that didn't come from me. I hadn't spoke on the situation a whole lot. But as we got into it, my agent called me and he was just like, what about Milwaukee? And obviously Giannis, is public record that I've always mentioned. If I had to team up with one person, it would be him. So
And it just so happened to
when we talked
happen.
about it, I was like, I would definitely be interested in that, obviously. And he was just like, okay, and I could tell he kind of put it in his back pocket. And obviously in these situations, you never control completely, how things end up or where you end up going. So, it came about, and, it was an option, and it was like, press play. Why not? Why pass up on that type of opportunity? So, it was something that came up, I would say, 2 weeks ago, and I was interested in that for sure. And now that we're here, I'm excited for this opportunity.
Vince?
Damian, you brought it up earlier, playing with Giannis. Vince Gill or Yahoo Sports, sorry about
Yeah.
that. You're in a situation where you said publicly, you said to Chris, I'm going to a situation where I'm not the best player.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can have the ball in your hands the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. Is that something that appealed to you, that sort of situation where you don't have to carry, but you can still be yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always be myself, and being myself doesn't always mean that, I got to be out front or everything has to be about me. I think because of who I am as a person, the way that I prepare myself, the way that I approach the game, I'm gonna find a way to have an impact. And like I said, playing with somebody like Giannis, the kind of attention that he's gonna get is only gonna make the game easier and more simple for me. And I think because of the way that I impose myself when I do play and how I attack games, he's gonna have the kind of opportunity that I think he hasn't had as well. So, I mean, the best thing I could tell you is how exciting it's gonna be, how excited I am, and that I'm prepared for it. I don't go into any situation expecting to, for things to be about me. So I know the player that he is. I know the player that I am, and I know how to make my presence felt, regardless of the role. It's not the same as this level, but when I was in college, I walked into a situation where it was, upperclassmen, seniors that were had been here a couple years. They had been established. They were known around our conference, and I stepped in, and I didn't step on nobody's toes, but I announced my presence, and I announced myself and did what I had to do. It was the same when I got to Portland. LA was an all-star. West was a vocal presence. Batum was the same. And I stepped in and announced my presence. And that was while understanding that I'm playing with LaMarcus Aldridge, but he also needs me to be who I am, for us to be our full selves and our best selves as a team. So I think this is similar to that, except I'm older. My understanding of it is even better. And I think I'm the best version of myself as a player as well. So I think we'll complement each other really well. And, I think he's the kind of guy that he's not going into it worried about being a man or anything like that either. So I think it'll work out perfectly.
As
We gonna see. I don't think we're gonna watch all of this, but we kind of get the point. This is Giannis's team. This is not Damian Lillard's team. This is Giannis's team. He's already brought a championship here. Dame just has to play the Kyrie Irving role. You know, he just has to play the Kyrie role, get the buckets, while let Giannis do everything else just like LeBron did. So we kind of get the point of what Dame's role
It's
is on the
something
floor.
that teams have to put up with and try to figure out. But I'm excited. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for me out there because of who he is and vice versa.
Chris.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another
Pretty
dime on
much get the
Amazon
point.
until you watch.
Chris Haynes, TNT, NBA TV, Bleacher. Dame, now that this move is made, what they laughing at, man?
I have no idea, man.
I'm just laughing at him.
Dame, now that this move has been made, this summer was the first time you were working out and not knowing where you were going to be, who you working out for. How were you able to prepare and like, because you know years prior, you're working out with a purpose because you know the system. How were you able to prepare yourself for the unknown?
I just try not to think about it too much. You know, I didn't put pressure on myself about, what system am I going to play in? Where am I going to be? Like I said before, I know if I show up prepared and I show up as myself, I'm going to figure it out. You know, I had that type of confidence in myself in whatever situation, but I think it was just a summer for me where I made my strengths stronger. You know, I kept them as my strengths, and then the things that I feel like I need to tighten up and sharpen up, I took the time to do those things. But I think at this stage of my career, I am who I'm going to be. You know, it's just a matter of how well I can take care of myself, you know, how sharp I can be, and, you know, just whatever that situation was, just being able to get my feet on the ground and then start, you know, locking into it and understand what our purpose is, what's expected of me, what kind of basketball we going to play, what kind of personnel are we going to have. And I think coming into this situation is very, very easy. You know, you look at somebody like Giannis, you look at Chris, you look at Brooke, you know, when I looked at the roster, it was very easy for me to make sense of, you know, what my job is going to be.
Move over to this side, Gabe.
Gabe Stoltz, brewhoop.com. Welcome to
It's the last one. We're going to move on. It's the last one.
You've been here a few days. What have your initial impressions been about the team chemistry and the culture and whatnot, and how do you see that evolving?
I mean, as far as team chemistry, mic check. I'm a rapper too, so check them. When I got here, I could tell right away that it was a family environment. I could tell that it was a family environment right away. And just a humble environment. You know, everybody was just chill. It was real calm. And I think when it comes to chemistry, you don't really know until you get out there on the floor. And, you know, stuff starts happening. You know, somebody gets missed while they open. Somebody's not playing. You know, things got to happen for you to understand, like, where does this team really stand? You know, how the chemistry really is. And just looking at the personalities that I've seen so far, it seems like that won't be an issue. You know, I think it'll be pretty good chemistry. But as far as the city, like being embraced like that, it definitely makes you comfortable a lot faster when you see that you're wanted and people are excited about you being here. And like I said, man, a lot of it was unexpected. I didn't know what to expect. You know, it's been a great couple of days. You know, my family's been really comfortable. You know, I've gotten some work in. You know, I've been around a little bit, so I'm excited, man. Every time I've been to Milwaukee over the course of my career, I just stay in the hotel the whole time because it's like snowing or something like that. So seeing the sun out and, you know, being by the water and stuff like that, it almost, you know, made me smile a little bit like, man, this could be all right. You know what I'm saying? Every time I came here, it was snowing.
This guy said it might be all right
It was
after all.
depressing a little bit.
Nah, this is crazy.
You know, I'm
That's
excited to
crazy.
be here, man. You know, like I said, seeing the opportunity basketball-wise and, you know, seeing the type of environment that they've created, the type of success that they've had, and knowing that I could bring something that could get us over the hump and have an opportunity to win, I'm definitely excited to be here, and it's been a great experience so far.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll see how that turns out for Mr. Lillard there. Let's keep it moving.
Have you met Bronny yet? You seen him walking around?
We got some champions. Fat Boy Jokic and Murray of Jamal.
Great skin.
Then after that is Giannis, and then we'll end this off.
Used to
Hello.
Nicole, you have a lot of most fun you've had in a
Oh yeah. No, it's always good to see the guys and some new faces, some old faces. So everything is good.
No, I mean back home. This is the most fun you've had for a summer.
This?
Championship. Was this past summer the most fun you've had since you've been in the NBA?
No, I think it's actually opposite.
That's a typical Nikola Jokic answer.
Because we played 2.5 extra months and recovery and everything, so it was good. But I had fun. Summers that I had more fun.
What was it like to have Aaron Gordon out there with you?
It was good, yes. AG, he asked me, can I stay one more day? I said yes, of course. I mean, we didn't do anything special. He was just with me, spending days with me. We were working out a couple times, racetrack, lake house. Quite boring life.
All last season, you had to deal with recovering from the injury and then transitioning into competing for a championship and winning a championship. What's kind of your mindset going into this season? What do you want to accomplish?
Want another championship?
Anything else?
No, I just want another championship.
That's a good answer. Just win another championship. That's it.
I would love to
That's
get
the
that
goal.
accomplished.
Jamal, how challenging was it to have to make the decision to withdraw from the Canadian national team ahead of the World Cup?
2 days, brother. 2 days.
Yeah, there was 2 days. So I went to training camp. The first day was 2 days. I didn't like it. From that point on, I wasn't playing.
He said, yeah, that's enough. I ain't doing this no more. I remember that meme too. He's like, I trained for 2 days. I'm leaving. I'm not doing this no more. I play for the NBA, not over
I
here.
just needed more time. I didn't want to go from one training camp to another training camp right after the playoffs. So
He said,
it was
yeah, I'm
just
done.
really about taking care of my body.
He said, yeah, I'm done.
and my family.
I'm not doing this no more.
Obviously, it was a shorter off season than normal, so I had to really make the most of my time, and that was just the decision that came to.
And he knew that Serbia was going to beat him anyway. So.
He wasn't playing, so I was like, I'm not playing.
Jamal, a lot of
W
guys
chemistry.
mentioned just being in here that you've taken kind of a mentorship role and that they've given them advice over the course of this offseason. Is that something that you expect to kind of happen over the course of this summer, or is that just something that it's just happened naturally through this?
I think a little bit of both. We got a lot of young guys, so just trying to get them up to speed and give them some good criticism, staying on them, knowing that they're going to make mistakes, but we just want them to have the right mindset, day after day, possession after possession. So, yeah, I had vets that helped me out, so it's only right that I pass it on and try to help my team as best as possible.
Nikola, what did you think of the off-season moves, losing Bruce Brown and some of the guys you added to this team?
I think it was normal for him to go. I will go in the same way. So it's something that you need to go and take that deal. Of course, we are mad at him. We're not going to talk to him. Maybe we're not going to give him the ring, but it's something that it's natural and it needs to happen. Not just for him, even Jeff. But we have rookies. We have a couple new guys that can fill the role, and the guys that played last year to play more minutes or whatever. So I think we're going to be fine.
Nikola, Malone and Josh both said that they actively wanted to give you space this summer just to let you recharge. How much do you appreciate that they kind of recognize how much the toll and how much weight you carry, and the need to give you the room that you need to recover?
They always be really respectful to me, and that's why I love the organization, and from coaches to ownership to the players. They always give me the respect, and I really appreciate it, and I can just say thank you.
Has Jamal hit you or is he got you?
No, we didn't talk.
Only drunk calls.
Okay.
Only drunk calls is crazy.
How much will winning the championship, that confidence, carry over this year? Will that give you a boost?
I don't have an answer. You answer.
No, I think it just, like I said, it just certifies our belief in what we can do and what we can accomplish, and just coming into the season with the confidence and the right mindset that this is something we can accomplish for us, and just trying to keep a high standard for ourselves, and Yeah, but I mean, we got a target on our back. A lot of teams are gonna do everything they can, grab everybody in the organization, everybody in the league on one team to try to beat us. So we just gotta keep focused and stay the course.
Jamal, MVP said the last season you were in your recovery season and you achieved this. So now that you are better physically, what do you think you can improve and be better as a team and in BTB?
I just think we can do it again. I think that's the biggest thing, is just be able to repeat and go through the adversity and ups and downs of the season. Just be ready by April and go into June.
You've had MVPs, you had an all-time playoff winner, you have a championship now.
Why does Nikola not want to be here? He really doesn't want to be here. He wants to go back overseas to Serbia. He doesn't want to be here right now.
I don't know, brother. Just to win as much game as possible. Try to have fun during the period. Go get the opportunity to win another one. Probably that's going to be the next step for us. Like Jamal said, like why not we win again? So.
Nikola, coming into this season, you had the opportunity to surpass LeBron James for the fourth most all-time triple doubles. Last season, you had 29. LeBron had 2. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, he's still playing, so I don't think about that. I don't think about it. We will see when the time comes.
Nicole, last year it was Facu with Red Star. This year, PJ Dozier with Partizan. What do you just make of him joining that club, and what was your message to him when you guys talked?
No, actually, I call him just to see is that because I heard some rumors, and I call him to see is that true or whatever. So no, he actually texts me or something, whatever. So I'm happy for him. I think it's a great environment to play for any of those teams just because of the fans and the whole atmosphere. I think it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for some guys, and you playing for something then and you have so many people behind you cheering for you. I think it's amazing.
Jamal, you touched on having a target on your back, and Coach Malone said you go from being hunters to now being the hunted. So how does that change things when all 82 games we're going to be gunning for it?
Just gotta be the hunter. Gotta be hungry. Gotta have something to motivate you. And just gotta go with the kill mentality. You can't go there and lay down. So I always use the same reference. If a fighter goes into a fight and he's not ready to fight, he's gonna get knocked out. So you always gotta be the hunter.
Jamal, just based on that, what do you make of all the shifting landscape?
I'm gonna do a couple of more, and then we're gonna go to the next one.
It's typical. I mean, it's the NBA. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. We just gotta focus on ourselves and worry about what we got here.
Have either of you guys been invited up to see Deion Sanders in Boulder yet? Would you go? You got a ticket to meet AG, went last week.
So yes, then.
I didn't listen.
He just answered his own question. Yeah, the team went to go see yesterday or Saturday. Yeah, I wasn't there though. No.
Nicole, do you know much about Deion Sanders?
Sorry.
Jamal, speaking about being a fighter,
What? Yo,
what
what?
that experience was like, what you learned from that, or what you were hoping to take away from spending so much time with him?
Yeah, every year I try to go spend some time with the UFC guys. Developed a great relationship with some of them. So I got some good friends. If I need help, I got his brothers. I got some UFC guys.
UFC?
But like I said, I've done martial arts growing up, and I was trying to get back into it. So I picked up a lot, learned a lot, especially as a new learner. I feel like I'm learning like a baby, they just learn something new every day, try to practice it. You can work on a million different things. So it's a lot of fun to practice the new skill.
Malone said that he wants you to play like you played in the playoffs the entire season, starting October, November, December.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, so how do you? I mean, the playoffs kind of self-explanatory. So how do you ramp it up night in, night out to meet that expectation?
I'm not sure I understand the question. Say it.
Well, it's not that you're not trying to, but I'm saying, what do you think it'll take to have that same output
in October, November, December?
He's playing more minutes rather in playoffs.
You play 45 minutes a night in playoffs. It's easier to accomplish those goals. I'm probably gonna start off the season playing like 32, Ryan, around that. Yeah, around that. So we'll be eased into it. He's not gonna average a triple double in the first game. You know, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna try and ramp up so I can do what I do in the playoffs. You guys know what I do in the playoffs. So hopefully we can, by that time in the playoffs, when that matters, we'll be there.
We're gonna do like 1 or 2 more, and we'll go to Giannis. And it's off.
A couple times, not much.
Second place in the FIBA World Cup.
They beat Canada, huh?
How do you prepare for next year to be with them and to improve the team with them as the best player?
We don't know, my friend.
It's a long time from now.
It's literally 1 year from now, so I don't know what's gonna happen. So we will see.
This is a funny interview, man. This is a funny first day of school interview, but we're gonna end it probably like one more question. That's
A
it.
lot of different things, a lot of different takes, whatever. But it's just about staying focused, keeping the right mindset, believing what you believe in, putting the work in, believing in your craft, and letting that take care of yourself. You know, a lot of people, Izzy used this line. He said, a lot of people can't do my job. I can do yours. So it's tough. You go against LeBron and Steph and Kyrie and Russ and all these guys night in, night out on your certain expectation level. So, like I said, just focus on us, what we can do, and being ready when the time comes in April.
All right, chat. That's gonna end that off. Let's go ahead and go to Giannis. I don't know if there's any more after this, but we'll see.
That brought.
It was good.
It was good.
Good, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good. And ketchup was your choice?
Yeah, ketchup. They told me to put some mustard the next time, but so next time I have some, I'm going to put some mustard. But it was good with ketchup.
We got to hear Dame
What?
for the first time in front of the media, and he talked about a conversation that you guys had that I'd like you to touch on. About it's great, you know, on the headlines and on paper, you guys being on the same team, but you still got to put in the work.
Yeah.
I want to hear that from your perspective.
No, it's obviously having a guy like Dame on the team. It's unbelievable. Knows how to play the game. Plays the game in a high level. Built from the same cloth. Wants to win. Is extremely hungry. But I've been here 10 years and we've been doing things quietly. We kind of been moving under the radar, and now, with this kind of move, it brings a lot of attention to the team, and there's a lot of hype around the team, and obviously I believe, and I think people believe that we are one of the best teams in the East. But at the end of the day, it's not about what we believe or what people believe. It's about what we do. So going to the season, we gotta build good habits. We gotta be on the same page. We gotta lead this team. But we gotta play the game. That's why it's a game. We're not gonna attack the game. We're gonna play the game this year, but we gotta stay locked in. Obviously, as I said, there's gonna be so much hype around us, and a lot of more TV games, a lot of conversation about it. But at the end of the day, you don't win a game or you don't win the championship by making a move and joining the Milwaukee Bucks. You win the championship when you're the last team standing. So at the end of the day, we have a great team, a guy that can play, great guys. Everybody can play. Brook back, Chris is healthy, Bobby, all the guys that can go for days. But we have to play. We have to play the game. We have to be on the same page. We got to get better from day one. Got to be focused in training camp, and then kind of build habits from game 1 to game 10 to game 50 to game 80. And hopefully when we get to the playoffs, we exactly where we want to be, and we give ourselves a chance to win a championship. But not to talk too much, we got to play the game. We cannot talk the game.
We'll open it up to questions now in the room. Again, name and affiliation before your question. Let's start with Jim.
Jim Lazarski, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Good to see you, Giannis. I realize the tenor of the conversation this summer are things you have said before about championships, commitment to winning. Why was it important for you this summer to, I guess, reiterate those messages about wanting to see a commitment to sign an extension either now or in the future?
It's something that I say every year. I think I've been saying that since from the moment I became leader of this team. I've been saying the same thing. At the end of the day, I want to win games. I am not comfortable in any shape or form. Like I want to play, I want to win, I want to win championship. I want to be the last team standing. And at the end of the day, like, if I'm going to sacrifice, time away from my family, time that I'm on the court, time in the film session, I need everybody to be on the same page, and I'm not just talking about my teammates. I'm talking about, the whole organization, everybody on the same page. At the end of the day, we are here to win games. We are judged in winning games, right? So I want to win. I always wanted to win. I still want to win. And it's always going to be like that, until I retire. It's always, I want to be a part of a winning team. And I feel like, I hope everybody feel that way. I do feel that way. And, from the team, I definitely see in the last couple of years, I see the commitment from the team that they're doing whatever they can to make this team a championship level team. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be able to wake up every single day and come to work and know that I have a chance to win a championship instead of just coming here and know that there's no way we're going to make the playoffs. So we are going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA. Like, I don't like that feeling. I like having a, kind of looking forward on something that's bigger than me, greater than me, and every day that I wake up and every day that I'm going to wake up moving forward, that I'm going to be with the team, I want to feel like I walk in here and I have a chance to win a championship.
So it was this was a broader comment for you. It wasn't like there were people or aspects that you felt weren't living up to the commitment.
No. It's the same, Jim. It's the same thing I say every year. I can go back, we can pull clips, I say the same thing every year. As long as the team is committed, as long as people want to win, I'm here. And if I feel like that is not, is not the case anymore, I want to win. It's easy to be with a team, easy. It's not easy. It's easy to just kind of get comfortable in a team and be here 15 years, 20 years and just make a living and feel good and feel comfortable and the city loves you. Like, no. I'm a winner. I want to win. I want to win. And as long as I can, as long as my legs can go, as long as I feel good, as long as I can lead this team, I want to keep on, being in a place that I can win.
Eric?
Eric Name, The Athletic. Hey, Giannis. I guess just for you then, speaking to that, does a move like this make you feel more reassured? Like, does trading for another top 75 type player make you feel better about that commitment?
Yeah. Obviously, big trade.
This is your garbage trash browser, and this is Opera GX. you see this?
Don't diss my browser. What's wrong with you? Don't diss my browser.
It's definitely we add on levels to our team, and we, as you said, top 75. One of those guys that can score 60, 70 in any given night. All NBA, All Star. MVP caliber player. But at the end of the day, like, Drew was a big part of who we were. And even with Drew, we had a chance to win, But I still understand, like, now we have Dame on the team, and Dame is a great player, and I'm looking forward to play with him. And he's hungry, as I said. He's out there. He's hungry. He wants to win his first championship, so I'm excited that he's on the team. And definitely, I feel like the team have showed, like, they've showed that they're committed to win a championship. So I'm happy.
Let's go, Steve.
Steve McGarvey, Associated Press. You say they've shown their commitment. At this point, I know in the reports this summer you had said you would wait till this summer, next summer, to decide on whether to sign an extension. Even then, you weren't sure. At this point, has that changed, or what's your intent right now?
Obviously, as I said in.
It's a big question right here.
I said in. I don't know where I said the article. I don't remember where I said it, but I said, like, it did not make sense to sign a contract right now. Like, because money is not important. A lot of fucking money is important.
Yo.
Sign a contract right now. Like.
Yo.
Money is not important. A lot of fucking money is important.
He ain't lying. I mean, he's not lying though. Is he wrong for that? He can't get fined on the first day of school, can he? No, you can't get suspended on the first day. Can't get detention on the first day of school.
So I'm gonna sign it next year. But no, at the end of the day, again, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense for me to sign it right now. I gotta, always look what's the best for me and my family and for my situation. But at the end of the day, like, I want to be in Milwaukee back for the rest of my career as long as we are winning. It's simple as that. Like, what do you expect me to say? To be in Milwaukee back and be a loser? Like,
See, this is the only player that's honest, though. Like, he's being honest. Do you want him to be a Milwaukee loser or a Golden State Warrior winner? Giannis, come to the Warriors, you win every year. It's not this complex. Just come to the Warriors, you'll win every year. You, Curry, and Clay will never lose a game. Ever. Unless somebody takes a vacation day, which I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of that because there's a new rule about that. LeBron, Chris Paul, yeah, they definitely using that vacation card. But anyways, yeah. Just come to the Warriors. You'll never
that's
lose.
never gonna come out of my mouth. But as I said,
As long as we're winning, that's all that matters.
the commitment for me for the team is it's there. But this year, it did not make sense. Anyway, any place you put it doesn't make sense for me to sign this year. Hopefully, I can have an offer. I have a good season, and the team have a good season. We win a championship, and everybody's happy, and everybody is being taken care of next year. And an offer is there on the table, and hopefully, if there's an offer there on the table, maybe I can take it.
Nah, he might also just say he comes to the Warriors and will win multiple championships. That's how you do
Walker
it.
from ESPN. How you doing, Giannis?
It's not a
I want to ask you
complex
about
thing.
your thoughts about your coach, Adrian Griffin, and what has your relationship been like with him this summer? Getting to know him, kind of what just are your general thoughts about him? How excited are you for him to be the coach?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I know he's extremely happy to be a Milwaukee Buck, extremely happy to coach this team, a great opportunity for coach. So far, I've had a great relationship with him. He's always checking in on me. In any shape or form, he comes and touch me, talks to me, texts me, calls me. It makes me feel, puts me in a good place. Sometimes you need like to have people around like that can bring the best out of you as a person, but also as a player because they really care about you. So you go out there and you play, you give the best for them. But again, I think this is a great opportunity for Coach Griff, first year coach. I know he's going to give everything he has, and we are here to kind of follow his lead and do whatever it takes to help this team and help him be great and help us win a championship. I'm excited to be
Make
coached by
sure
him.
we're good. We good.
And as I said, so far it's been great. It's been great. He's so involved with everybody, not just with the vets, also with the rookies. Try to touch everybody, talks to everybody. It's great so far.
Let's go, Lily in the back.
Lily
Few
Zalfox
more and
is
then we're going
calling.
to this
Giannis,
bid.
just how
Few more.
different is this season going to be without Drew, just not only on the court, but just your relationship with him, his family, and obviously his leadership in the locker room?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot different.
He almost said
Just a
difficult.
great player, but most important, a great human being. His energy was contagious. Like he was always positive, always happy. Whenever you came around him, you always felt good. It was a guy that you always felt great to go to war with. Um, Close. I was very close with his family. My family was close with his family. So we definitely gonna miss them. But at the end of the day, like everything that Drew did here on the team, 3 years, it's never gonna be replaced. No matter what happens, no matter who comes, it's never gonna be replaced. He's always gonna be a champion forever. He's always gonna be one of my best friends, one of the best teammates, the best human being I've ever met and ever played with. I wish him nothing but the best. I think the city of Milwaukee, the Bucks, the organization, we all love him. We thank him for everything that he's done. Wish him the best in his journey with the Boston Celtics. Not against us though, against the rest of the league. But at the end of the day, he's a guy that even in our community thrived. He did so
I
much
knew he was gonna say something slick the way how he
things for
started
the
laughing like
community.
that.
It's a guy that's definitely going to be missed, and me from the bottom of my heart, I love that guy. So we're not the Milwaukee Bucks, we're not champions without that guy. And again, I wish him the best.
Vision that partnership with you and him. When I asked him about it, he said he's been trying to figure out just how could teams possibly stop that. Just curious, have you thought about those possibilities and what sort of impact you can have as a pick and roll partnership?
I think we got to figure it out. We got to go to the film room, sit down. I got to watch the way he plays. I got to know where he wants the ball. I got to know where I got to give him space. We got to figure out how teams going to play, because right now you don't know. Like, I don't know how teams going to play me. Are they going to go try to go under? It's going to be a mistake. He's going to shoot lights out of the ball. Are they going to go over? I'm going to roll. Are they going to try to make him shoot a floor? Like, you don't know. You got to, like, kind of from training camp, kind of feel what teams are going to do. And hopefully as we move on forward, we figure out, our chemistry becomes better and better and better. But at the end of the day, we got to get in the film room. I got to understand, like, everything he does. I got to know him better than he know himself. Like, I got to know the spots that I got to give him space. I got to know the spot that I got to go set it, roll. Or set it and pop. Or sometimes, like, he has to understand when I want the ball, or when I get the rebound, he got to run with me. Like, we got to watch film together, because we have to expedite, our chemistry. We cannot just wait to play in training camp and then play in the first game of the preseason game and then we figure things out. We got to get in the film room and try to talk with one another and see how can we click, how can our games come together. But at the end of the day, I know that we're both willing to kind of be ourselves and kind of let the other guy be himself, because I need Dame to be Dame, and I think he needs me to be me. But at the end of the day, like, we have a guy that can read the pick and roll, can shoot behind the pick and roll, can make the right pass. So I'm excited to see how that's going to work. It's going to be fun for me. I think, like, it's going to be a lot of open, looks for me, which in a couple of years now I haven't had. And I think it's going to be some open looks for him. So it's going to be exciting to see how we can work together, and not just me and him, the whole team. Like, the whole team, we got to work together and figure out how can we get our teammates involved and put them in the right position to be successful. But at the end of the day, we got to, like, study the game. We got to study the game, because right now, like in Portland, the way they played, it was totally different. The way I've learned how to play is totally different. I know how to play with Chris. I can, like, close my eyes and play with Chris all day, but this is totally different. Now, players come together, guys got to take a step back, guys got to sacrifice some stuff, guys got to play within their roles. So that doesn't happen if we don't watch film. We got to watch as much film as we can, and hopefully when the game starts, we exactly where we want to be.
We've got our last question, far back right. It's Tony.
Tony Cartagena, WTMJ, ESPN Milwaukee. So often throughout an NBA offseason, you hear, whether it's nationally or online, no one wants to come to Milwaukee. Obviously, you guys have done a great job with free agents. You just landed Dame in the trade. So I guess from your perspective, 10 years here, what about this city and what about this franchise is that outside are missing out on, and what kind of makes this city something you've been committed to for as long as you have been?
For me, it's very different for everybody. It depends what you're looking for. Like, if you're looking to win and you're looking to come to an organization that it's all about winning, a culture that we've built here is family-oriented. Everybody comes here to get better. We have great training staff, great coaching staff, great front office. I think we have great leaders within the team that play the right way. We're not about the extra stuff. We just come here, do our job, and go back home to our kids. It's a great city. It's a city that allows you to be locked in basketball. It doesn't have a lot of distractions. And that kind of helps me excel in my career.
That's very true, because you can see Giannis in his shoulders that he has no distractions. He's just very
And do
locked
what I
in the
do
lab.
in a high level. But it depends. Like, for me personally, Milwaukee is a great city. OKC is a great city. Utah is a great city. Denver is a great city. Like, those cities for me is great, where I can raise my family, kind of normal, and go out there and do my job.
Did he just name the teams that he could possibly play for next year?
It's great, where I can raise my family. Denver is a great city. You know, OKC is a great city. Utah is a great city. Denver is a great city. You know, like those cities for me is great, where I can raise my family, kind of normal, and go out there do my job in the best of my ability. But some people looking for other stuff. You know, they want, I don't know how can I say. You know, they want the fame with it. They want the attention. They want the Hollywood life or whatever it's. They want the palm trees. They want the ocean. You know, they want the jet skis or whatever the case might be.
Leak?
But like, if
Leak,
you really want
leak,
to win, you
leak.
really want to do it the right way, you know, come in, clock your hours in, and go back home. Milwaukee is a great city for you, man. And I'm happy that the team was able to land guys like Drew Holiday and even Brook Lopez, even Chris coming back, and a guy like Damian Lillard.
000s on the clock, Giannis. Your time is done.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so we finally finished. I don't know how many more interviews we got. First day of school interviews we got, but this is, I guess, part one. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you just subscribe, it is greatly appreciated. I will see you guys in the next video, man.